Hi guys, welcome back to Bunny Brick Designs. So as you can see, I have got the curated bead box, Moonlight Mystery, and I've figured out a design. I modified it a little bit. I'm going to be using some bead caps in between these beads, but I want to do a necklace that is this component and then chain for the remainder. So it's gonna have leaves, and I thought instead of just doing a single leaf, I'm gonna attach chain and then hang this bottom piece from the chain. Now I don't know if I want to put it in between the two blues or if I want to put it on the end of that. First thing we need to do is we need to put together some components. So I got from my stash, and they're really long, unfortunately. Maybe I can use, reuse part of it to make another loop, and then that way I'm not wasting my copper eye pins. So I'm going to start out by putting a blue on. I'm going to put one of these gorgeous bead caps. I'm definitely going to have to get some extras from this bead box. I really like those bead caps, and I love these. I'm going to call them denim. I really love the denim blue. So we've got that component, and so that looks good. And I am going to use I think I may use just round nose pliers to do this, just because this one's got a, pretty nice eye on it. And what I'm going to do, just so I kind of keep them consistent, is I'm going to take a Sharpie and I'm going to make a line right where I need my wire to be. And I'm going to do my loop right on that spot. So now instead of doing my loopers, which I would normally do, I'm going to use my skills and make loops using my round nose pliers and I'm just trying to get it here so that it's nice and tight, but it's also nice and round, or as round as I can get it. But there we go. So now they're fairly even. So that's a little trick. If you've got loops already on it, put your round nose pliers, mark it, because then that way you know where to put your loops. So I'm going to do this next one, and I'm going to do these other two outer ones, and then we're going to play with this center one. So just because I don't know where I want to put this chain, whether I want to put it on that or if I want to put it on this and have it a nice wide Y, I haven't decided yet. So we're going to kind of design on the fly together. So we're going to make this loop. And again, I'm lining it up with that black mark. And then I'm just taking and keeping it on that black mark when I finish rounding. And now I'm adjusting and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting because I'm trying to get it as round and as even as possible, especially if you're going to be doing a necklace with it. And I want them going in the same direction. Now that one was a little smaller. That's fine. I cut it a little too short. I'm also going to see now if I can make a loop with just this and get a set of beads on this half one. Because if I can, that would be great. And then I can use less eye pins, because that's a pretty decent size eye pin. I don't know if this is going to be long enough, so I'm going to attempt it. And if it's not, then I guess we go with using these for something else. That may be long enough. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Well, it made a smaller one. So I'm going to set that one aside. And I'm just going to use my the regular eye pins for this. Having a smaller loop is fine. If I'm doing like earrings, I can use the smaller loop on the top, and I've got a hair in there. But I don't want to, I want to make sure that they're even, especially for a necklace. Oops, that's on backwards. Consistency being the name of the game here. All right, so there's 2. We'll do 3 here. There we go. Oh, I really like those components. I definitely want to make some other items. If we have enough chain, maybe we can do a bracelet with that. I don't know. Those components, that might... Ooh, I'm going to throw them away. That might work. Maybe we do a component like that in the center. I don't know. We'll see. Those are stuck together. We'll deal with those later. So again, I know I've said this in previous videos. Please, please, please watch my video all the way through. You know, my watch hours are going down, not up. Unfortunately, I am trying to get to the next level, which is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. You know, when I go out and I watch other YouTubers' videos, I like to watch, and I'll watch them all the way through. Even if I'm not, you know, I don't want to see everything. I'll just let it play, just because that way they get the time. You know, so not only do they get the clicks, but then they get credit for the watch hours. So now I'm just making sure they're even. And we will close those up a little bit here in a minute. All right, so I've got my 4. So now let's play with this one. You know, so if I put the chain on first, and then this, and so I'm not going to put the spacer beads on just because I want to see what this looks like going in between here. I think that's too far apart. I think I want it Let's see. And so what I'm going for the look is, and whoopsie. And I'll explain what I'm going for. So what I want to do is I want to have something hanging there, and then something here and here dropping off, but I don't want it so wide that it's, so I think that's going to work. I think I'm going to go with that. I do like that. So I'm going to set this down aside. If we did this hanging here and this hanging here, because that's what I want it to look like. I want it to be close when it's dropping. So I do like that. I think that looks good. I think we'll go with that. So now I'm going to make my loop and close this one. All right, so I'm going to close this guy up, and I think I cut that a little too long. There we go. There we go. And there's that. Now I need some jump rings, but I don't have any antique copper jump rings. I do, however, have antique copper eye pins. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some jump rings here with my remaining. I think I'm going to use this second loop. And so to make jump rings, you're going to take a piece of wire and just keep it tight and just keep wrapping, keep wrapping, keep wrapping, keep wrapping, and just keep wrapping the piece of wire over and over and over and over and over again. And you're going to make a jump ring. And then you can just find a spot. And actually, I don't know if I want to use those. Well, we'll use those. Those are the new ones. I don't know if those are the newer ones. Yeah, those are the newer ones. I don't want to damage my newer ones, cutting through multiple wires at the same time. So that made two jump rings. And we're going to go again around. And then this one will make 2 jump rings. Okay. And then this one will make 2 jump rings. There we go. And so the way this is going to work is I'm going to take a jump ring and I am going to loop through here, and close it nice and tight. Now, if you're worried about these eye pins that you've made, You can always, you know, squeeze them, give it a little squeeze, make sure they're nice and tight. So there's one. And now we're going to do the other side. Now, once you've gotten these on, the important thing is to make sure that when you're attaching them, that you're attaching them so that they both face forward. So what you don't want to have is when I lay this back down, this one flipped this way when it hangs. So there we go. So there's the first component. Now we're going to add the next one. And where's my jump ring? There's my jump ring. So we're going to grab one of these and attach it to here. And now this one's not so important. It's the next component. It's making sure these components here get put on correctly. And I am probably going to have to use another head pin, eye pin to do another set of jump rings because I'm going to need more. I'm going to need at least 1, 2, 3, at least 3, maybe 4 more. So there's that. Now we're going to do these. Yeah, so I've got 2 jump rings left. I'm going to need at least 1, 2, 3, 4 because I need to put the chain. Well, I can put the chain on that. 1, 2, 3. I need at least 3 more. At least. All right, so that's backwards. As you can see, when I held that up, you see how this one flipped backwards? So this one here is on backwards. So I'm going to just flip him around. And now when I hold it, and I don't know why that one's going backwards, because we had that on correctly, right? Yes, that's correct. That's correct. And, yep. All right, so that's right. And it's going to flip around until it's setting on your neck a little bit. I don't know why it's doing that, but it is. We may need to adjust the eye pins, the eye pin portion. Now see, now that that's laying down, that's fine. I think it's the eye pins may need to be adjusted slightly. There we go. There we go. So that's there. Now I need to make some more jump rings. I'm going to basically take one of these eye pins and see how many I can get off of one whole one. Hopefully that gets me enough to finish doing this necklace. All right, so that gives me 4, so I can get 4 per those. That might be enough. Really? This does not want to cut. I think I've dulled. Oh, there we go. It just didn't like the angle. All right, so I've got 4 jump rings. Now I'm going to put my last 2 components on, and then we will add on our chain and then figure out how long to make it. And so, oh, I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more. I'm going to need at least 3 more. Bummer. Okay, so we've got this. So, anyways, I'm gonna make some more. I'm gonna make some more jump rings. And funny story, Charlie got his checkup today at the doctor's. Got his nails trimmed. He did not like the car ride at all. So now he's pouting. He won't come out of his little hidey house. He's adorable. He and Velvet are head over heels in love with each other. So, like last weekend, and I don't know if I mentioned it or not, he got out and got loose and was running around, and Velvet, he got upstairs with Velvet, and I could not believe, you know, that there was no fighting and no nothing. All right, so I need to figure out where I want to put this, and I think I might just make this drop one, this bottom one, just go over the chain entirely. So instead of putting it through the chain, I'm just going to put it around the chain. So then it's going to hang like that. And if it needs to move, it can. And hi, Velvet. I was saying her name. Now she needs a cookie. There we go, baby. All right. I'm going to take another one of these. And so these other 2 on the sides, I want them pretty high up. So I'm going to take this one, and I am going to count chains, and it's going to be from the one that's attached to the eye pin. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 4. And then the other one is going to go 4 down. You got a cookie. You don't need any more. Wow, baggy girl. Anyways, while I'm giving her cookies, there you go, baby. So she's head over heels in love with him. 1, 2, 3. So normally they'd fight if they got out together, if they weren't bonded, and those 2 are definitely not bonded. Or I should say they're not bonded by me. All right, so that one's got to go the other direction because I don't want them all in the same direction. I wanted this leaf the other direction. So instead of taking the jump ring off, I am just going to take the leaf off and flip him around. These leaves are 2-sided, so oh, I like that. And yes, I know these things keep flipping, but all right. Now, to figure out how much chain I'm going to need, and we don't have a lot of this chain, but this chain is awesome. I'm actually liking the dark copper color. So I am going to open up my eye pin, and I'm just going to set the chain on. And then I'm going to close the eye pin, making sure that's nice and tight so that nothing's going to get off of that. So I'm just giving that a nice little squeeze. And sorry about the noise. Velvet's decided she's going to chew on one of her chew toys now. And then I'm going to take this chain and I'm going to put this on the other side. Now, you wonder what, like, I know people have seen me do this, like my friends, and they're like, why do you do that? And I don't know if I've ever explained it to you or not, but, you know, rather than try to cut and count and figure out exactly how much you need beforehand, I do this, and then I figure out where I need to cut, make a cut, and then I still have a nice long piece of chain. I have less work doing it this way. So, and I know you've seen me do this many, many times in the past. All right, I'm going to hold this up to myself and figure out exactly where I want it to hang. And we're going to call it right here where my thumb and index finger are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, whoopsie, if I don't get everything tangled here. All right, fine. Getting things tangled. So I'm holding on with my thumb and index finger. And what I'm going to do is pinch them. And so I need that much chain to do what I want. And so now I've got this. I know it's even. I know exactly where to cut. I didn't have to measure or count because they were already even. And so now I can put a jump ring on and a clasp. I'm going to use one of the clasps that came with the kit because I don't have any in this dark copper, and I really like this. I may have to get some more of this dark copper in my stash. All right, so then it's just a matter of throwing jump rings. Putting a end there. And an end here. And we are done with the first necklace. And I'm going to lay this. I'm actually going to grab a mannequin just to show you how it's going to lay. I think this is going to be really, really pretty. Oh yeah, that came out nice. So this is the way it's going to lay. And I know it's not quite even on the mannequin here. Just because I haven't gotten my chain tucked quite where it needs to be. But it's just going to lay on the neck. And you're going to have your drops. Really pretty. I know this mannequin isn't the greatest for it. Let me see if my other mannequin will work better. So this other mannequin is actually got a hook in the back so that you can set things on. And it's small. So let me get this set up on the mannequin. Oopsie. Seriously? This thing just does not want to stay. Just get there. And you go there. There we go. There we go. That's perfect. So there, and I know this one isn't great either, just because this is a very small bust. But it's literally going to sit on the neck. Let me see if I can, what I may need to do is I may need to just model it for you. Not that I'm dressed for modeling anything at this point, because I was out working in the garden again. But anyway, it's going to lay, let's see, let's move this. Trying to get it on the mannequin, trying to get everything laid out. And that will they will keep flipping around until it's on your neck, but that's what it's going to look like. I really like that. I think that's pretty. So first item from the curated bead or bargain bead box, Moonlight Mystery. I like this. I love these denim beads. I really want to do something more with the denim, maybe with these crystals. I haven't quite decided yet, so I'm going to continue to play, and let me know what you think about this one. I'm going to go see if I can design a pair of earrings to go with this, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.